Hey, yo, who remembers Sean Taylor? And when I say that, I mean like really though, really. Who remembers Sean Taylor?
Play action fake from behind, and it's a sack for Sean Taylor. Takes Quinn down at the midfield stripe.
I remember, telling Coach Gibbs and Greg Williams, we need to draft Sean Taylor.
Woo! He almost decapitated him.
What a good feeling, huh?
Bledsoe back to pass, steps up, going deep. Oh, T.O. is leveled by Sean Taylor, and he's slow getting up.
He's a great father, and he was very passionate about his family, and this was his life.
It's killer raps, we got the hottest staff. In 03, I made a dynasty like Robert Kraft. 12 years ago today, we lost somebody that was an important piece to the NFL puzzle. His name is Sean Taylor. So today I want to have a little chat with y'all, share some light on him for a little bit. This dude was truly ahead of his time, y'all. The league wasn't ready for this kind of talent yet. But Sean Taylor, for those that don't know, this man was a rebel. He was a guy that marched to the beat of his own drum. If majority went right, Sean Taylor probably went left, if you know what I mean. You could say that attitude carried over onto the field because he played with just as much edge. One of the hardest hitting guys I ever seen in my life. It was even a time this man deliberately taped up his helmet against NFL regulations just because they fined him a week prior for some socks that broke the dress code. That's just who this guy was. But y'all know what's crazy though? Now that I'm sitting back thinking about it, hey yo, those Redskins teams was talented he played on, man. I'm trying to figure out why they didn't go further than what they actually did. I mean, you had head coach Joe Gibbs and defensive coordinator Greg Williams running that show. They created a great foundation for them, man. I mean, Ryan Clark, LeVar Arrington, Fred Smoot, Santana Moss. Let me bring some flashbacks to y'all. Santana Moss, Clinton Portis, Chris Cooley, the fullback turned tight end. Y'all remember these boys? And the list goes on. That roster was filled with Pro Bowl talent, man. And on top of that, you add the hardest hitting safety of all time to that list. Man, I'm telling you, them boys should have at least got to a Super Bowl or something, but they never did. The furthest they ever went was the divisional round of the playoffs. See, thinking back now and noticing what I loved about Sean Taylor was the fact that he was a family man. I mean, he's always put his family before everything, sometimes even football. 2 interceptions as a rookie in his first preseason game.
Taylor kept his time in front of cameras to game days. In his preseason debut, he ended his first series with an interception.
First game, NFL, he was the best player on the field, and you could see it.
There is Sean Taylor. We talked about this rookie. What a splash he's already made.
I said, all right, we got ourselves a Hall of Fame Pro Bowl player.
From the field to the weight room, from the weight room back to the field. He worked harder than everybody else in the league. And this is coming from the word of his teammates and some guys that played against him. And get this, the man ran everywhere he wanted to go on some Forrest Gump stuff. He also worked out 3 times a day, while other guys were barely scratching one. In 2005 and 2006, he piled up 181 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 5 forced fumbles. This man was a straight monster, y'all. If y'all don't know, I suggest you hit up YouTube, go to NFL.com, do some research on my mans. Did y'all know that head coach Joe Gibbs actually convinced Sean Taylor to play free safety during the 2007 season? In case y'all didn't know he was a strong safety, if I didn't already mention that, my bad. But he didn't want to do it because he said, hey, look, coach, free safety is a little bit too far away from the action. I'm the last line of defense. I want to be up tight. I want to be up close. Knocking running backs, bike. Knocking tight ends, bike. That's what he wanted to do. But hey, being the guy that he was and being the obsessive football player that he was, he listened to coach change his position. Guess what happened? In 9 games, that led to 5 interceptions before he got hurt. But honestly, if you think about it, outside of the idiots that committed this heinous crime, Sean Taylor getting hurt that year might be what actually cost him his life. Hear me out. See, Taylor was a guy that would travel back and forth to see his family in Miami a lot when he had some free time. DC to Miami ain't that far of a trip, so it's really not that bad when you think about it. But during the football season, His home in Miami got tampered with, and the police reported to Sean Taylor that somebody tried to break into his house. He, of course, got mad about the situation, and for the safety of his family, he told everybody, hey, look, nobody's allowed back at the house until we get this situation figured out. And this is all happening during the football season. So he flew back to Miami to investigate the situation, and the house will get broken into once again. But this time, with him in it. Story has it that he heard the sound in the living room. He hopped up, grabbed the knife he keeps under the bed. As he turns around to see what's going on, the door got kicked in, barrage of shots rang out. He gets hit in the leg and taken to the hospital in critical condition to die later that night because the bullet hit one of his major arteries in his leg. And just like that, people lost a father, a friend, a brother, and a son. And us as fans lost one of the greatest football players to ever play this game.
Please join us in a moment of silence as we honor his memory. Thank you. Redskins take the field defensively with 10 players to honor the memory of Sean Taylor. Now, will Buffalo actually take a snap here? Well, they may run the play. Redskins have the deep safety and LeRon Landry. They're going to go with 10 players. Now, we had heard that they might allow the clock to run out, but no, they're going to run the play. Redskins have the deep safety and LeRon Landry. They're going to go with 10 players. Now, we had heard that they might allow the clock to run out. But no, they're going to run a play. It's a handoff. It's a running play. Fred Jackson sweeping around the left side, gets a block up to the 40, and knocked out of bounds by Landry right at the Buffalo bench. So the Redskins go with 10 to honor their former teammate.
So if y'all listening, man, live life with a purpose. Live life with a purpose every single day, y'all, because you never know. Sean Taylor was only 24 years old. Everybody got stripped to see what he could have developed into. I know I did. I remember when it happened firsthand. So to put it plain and simple, life hits hard, man. Just be glad it don't hit as hard as Sean Taylor did. Rest in peace, my guy. Happy 12-year anniversary.
That's why he can be known as one of the best safeties to play the game.